Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. After a harrowing encounter at the Trick House with Hoopa on Route 110, Cindy, Gimli, and Elodie sluggishly pull their lime green wagon named Cradley Flyer towards the commercial harbor town of Slateport City with a concussed Schmidt, a check for Elodie worth over $1,000, and an unusual silent pink friend in tow. It is early evening, about 6 p.m., and you approach the outskirts of Slateport City. What do you do?
I think we have to take Schmidt to the hospital.
Yeah,
First
I
stop,
remain to be
medical
concussed.
care.
You just gonna enter the town and look for some sort of medical building?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Sounds like a
someone,
plan.
one person give me a perception roll to see if you can find it.
Can I make one at disadvantage?
Yes, I will
That would
allow
be so
that.
funny.
Yeah.
That count as our one though?
No.
No.
I rolled a 15, but I rolled a 7 on the second one.
Okay.
And I got a 13.
Schmidt, currently concussed, kind of lifts his head out of the wagon, and he's still pretty horizontal to the ground, but he sees a sign as you enter the city, and he reads it as "The people where port and Pokemon cross nature with paths." Elodie, searching around, does not find a hospital. She does see the classic iconography of a Pokemon Center.
I guess they might have medical care there.
Or they would be able to direct us to a hospital.
True, exactly. They're probably very knowledgeable. Okay, I vote we go to the Pokemon Center.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
Okay. You all enter Slateport City. You've entered the domain. It is a nice little quiet commercial town. There's a salty sea breeze. It's quite pleasant. The stones in the pathway are marbled and pretty, alternating like gray and blue and pinkish. Looks very, very nice. You can see a beach to the south with actual sand. And you approach the Pokemon Center. Do you enter?
Yes.
You've clearly made a scene. It is a little strange. The three of you look a little worn out, beat up. You have like food particles in your hair and your clothes. You all enter the Pokemon Center, and Nurse Joy just immediately has your attention, and she says, "Oh my, what happened here?"
It's a very long, complicated story.
I don't think we could explain it, but we do need help for this man.
I point at the Mime Jr. and I say, can someone get this dog?
Yeah, so the Mime Jr. looks down at Schmidt and lets off a little frowny face and slightly jumps off of the wagon. It's not very heavy. It only weighs like maybe 15 pounds or so. Nurse Joy says, "What's wrong with him? Why is he in a wagon?"
He is concussed.
He is very much concussed, yes.
She says, "Oh no, oh my goodness. Okay, well, thankfully our establishment is connected to the main hospital, so we can just take him in through here." Calls over to some additional nurses, and they reach towards the wagon, and Nurse Joy looks at all of you and she says, "Do you mind if we just take this for now?"
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
She says, "Thank you. This saves us time. Then we don't have to go get a stretcher, and it's good. It's good." So the
Very
nurses,
professional hospital.
the nurses,
Happens in hospitals all the time.
they pull Schmidt away through double doors that connect to a different part of the building where there is in fact a human hospital. You're now in the Pokemon Center. It's evening time. Schmidt has been pulled away. What are you doing now?
Are our Pokemon healed? Because now would be a good time to get everybody to full health.
Yeah, they're not healed. You are here. You might as well do that if you'd like. I'm assuming, like, in my headcanon, I'm imagining that Quacko is like standing guard by Schmidt and is like not allowing anyone who's not professional, and even professionals, he's like a little wary. Do you agree with this?
Yeah, that was my question, was do my Pokemon get healed?
Yeah, we'll see. They probably will. They collect all of your Pokemon. Bean is the only one who's not in a Pokeball at that point who gets handed over because, Schmidt is in a different place. And they find your name on file. It says Schmidt Pack, and they say, "Great. Well, we'll call out Schmidt Pack when all of your Pokemon are fully healed. Please feel free to roam about the Pokemon Center, have a little rest, do whatever you like."
Cool.
It's a little quiet in this Pokemon Center. The town is like reasonably big, but in general, there's just not like a whole lot of activity this evening. There's an old couple who's sitting at a table. Looks like they're playing a card game of some sort. And there's a couple young trainers who are waiting for their Pokemon to be healed, just standing around.
I think I want to go strike up a conversation with the old couple to see what card game they're playing.
Okay. Yeah. There's a couple old ladies. They're very squinty and wrinkly, and they're holding red and white cards, and they say, "Oh, hello, young man. Would you care for a game?"
Evening, I would love one. Haven't played cards in a while. What are y'all playing?
This one we call Applin Toss. Would you like to join us?
I would love to. Can you explain me the rules? I never played.
Yes. So we have dice, and we do not have cards. So you will be playing a dice game.
Of course.
You are going to roll a d20 against two other d20s. And if you roll the highest, you win.
Okay, sick.
Okay. So do that.
3.
Okay. One of them got a 4, one of them got a 15. One of the women says, Applin used Astonish. And then she reveals her hand, and it's like a really cool Applin that's very ornate. It's golden colored. Oh, the one that you pulled is like moldy, and it's like got some bugs all over it. And then the other one next to you is like just has a bite taken out of it. Yeah. And then she says, hee hee, and she grabs your cards and she puts them in a stack like a prize pile.
Okay.
And she says, would you like to play again?
Sure.
Okay. Great, do it again.
Yep. I got a 9.
Okay. The first one who just won got a 3, and then the second lady this time got a 14. And she said, Applin used to roll out. And then she like flicks her card towards the other woman, and then they go, oh no, and she claims your card and the other woman's card, and she puts them into her stack, and she says, you're quite good at this. Have you?
I think I'm getting the hang of it, yeah.
She says, have you been to the Mauville City Game Corner?
I've ripped somebody out of it before, but I haven't been there myself personally, no.
They kind of murmur to each other. They're like, rip someone out? What does that mean?
It's hard to explain. But regardless, I'm having fun with this. This is a great game.
They say, very well. I want to check in with some other people because you're playing a card game. So let's see. What's Elodie doing?
I think I'll walk up to the youngsters.
Okay.
And be like,
how do
you do, fellow kids? Are you guys from Slateport?
Are you trying to deceive them as a fellow kid? Because you could roll for that if you want.
I wasn't, but now that is a prospect, sounds kind of fun. Sure.
Okay, yeah, you can roll a deception or probably performance, because you're like doing that thing. That's like how you do, fellow kids, and
exactly, yeah.
That's not your music band shirt.
14.
Okay, they're like, hey, we haven't seen you before. Did you come here for the B-Boy show?
The B-Boy show? Well, no, what is that?
You don't know about the B-Boy show? And then the other kid says, yeah, Slateport City's famous for their breakdancers.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
They're going to be starting in just half an hour out in the bazaar. You should check it out.
Oh, the bazaar. What's in the bazaar?
They say, you're not from here, huh? It's just outside the doors of the Pokemon Center. There's this cobblestone walkway. There's all these little merchants. They're open all the time. It's, back when we had, this is too intelligent for them to say. I was going to be like, back when we had international commerce, we had all sorts of merchants, but they wouldn't talk about that. So
back when we had that international trade.
Yeah.
Very aware children.
I think they would say something like, ever since they stopped the ships from the other countries, there's been a lot less people around here, but there's still a lot of fun and business, and it's a great time. Breakdancing, yeah. And then they high-five each other.
Breakdancing, yes.
Very cool.
High-five.
Yeah. Okay. Is there like a gym in this town or anything?
They look at each other and they say, the closest one is in Mauville City, or if you got a boat or you're a good swimmer, you could go to Dewford.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay at the Pokemon Center.
They say, They're a little confused. They say, "You too!" Like when your waiter brings you your food and says, "Enjoy your meal," and it like doesn't. And you say, "Yeah."
You too. Yeah.
You too.
And they're too hyped up over the b-boy thing to really be concerned over like the confusion of what just transpired. And then the nurse gestures over to them and gives them their Pokeballs, and then they send out their Pokemon. One of them has a little flying bat, and then the other one has a little purple snake, and then they leave the Pokemon Center. Schmidt,
Yes.
you've been lifted onto a bed.
Mhm.
You got all these doctors and nurses in these in this white room. They're poking at you and they're asking you questions, and they're doing that thing where they like wave a flashlight in front of your eyes and they're tracking your eye movement. They're asking all these questions, and they're saying, what happened to you? Was this a Pokemon attack?
Oh, how do I explain this? So we met this mythical Pokemon Hoopa that can teleport us with portals, so the rings that he has on his hands. And then he took me back to my home in Johto, and then he teleported me back and he threw a bunch of fish at me. And then after he threw a bunch of fish at me, he threw some other stuff that I don't remember, because I started grabbing the fish and then I threw them back at him. I forgot what he hit me with, but then I got knocked out. But then I was revived by aromatherapy from my baker friend, who also has a Poplio for some reason. And then there was a Mime Junior that was very rude and sat on me, and now I'm here.
There's someone who has a stethoscope to your chest as they're listening to you say this, and they say, "Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We're so glad you're here. We'll get you taken care of right away. This shouldn't take too long. We'll be in and out." And then they signal over to a nurse who has a Chansey. And Chansey can treat more than just Pokemon. Chansey is holding like a case that is full of little medical tools and like pill bottles and just all of the sorts of stuff that the doctors might need. The doctor asks, "How are you with needles, Schmidt?"
All right.
They say, "Okay, going in," and then they shove an IV into your arm.
Schmidt screams.
Okay, and then you start to feel like a little drowsy as you're being filled with vitamins and fluids, and they are taking care of you. They're injecting you with not only hydration but medication as well. Cindy, what are you doing?
Vibing. What else is happening at the Pokemon Center? Is the kids left?
Yeah, you witnessed Elodie approach a couple kids and like be really cool with them, and then kind of scare them off. And then you also witnessed Gimli approach a couple of ladies and play cards with them. He's having a great time. And Schmidt was dragged off into another room to be helped, operated on. Who knows?
All right, I'll stroll on over and ask about the card game.
Sure. Gimli, roll a d20.
Oh, here we go. All right, this is my time. 10.
You actually win this one.
Yes.
Incredible.
Let's
So
go.
one of the ladies gets a 7. She has a pretty decent Applin. It's a ruby red color, but it is not high enough to be a particularly good card. The other one gets a 4, or no, it's the same one she had before. It's got a bite taken out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yours is great. It's kind of flying. It's depicted in a scene where like it fell out of a tree, but it caught like a tailwind, and now it's like floating in the air. It's a really nice little portrait.
Oh, Applin, you sucker punch.
And then you sucker punch the old ladies. No, you don't do that.
No.
Yeah, and then you take all their cards, and like what it seems to be like when you win, you like there's a deck of like 50 or so cards, and then as you play cards, you make a stack, but then the next person who wins takes the whole stack. And this one just happened to be like the last hand for everyone, so you end up with the entire stack. So you, Gimli, have won this game.
Yes!
The two old ladies say, "Oh my goodness, what a talented young player." And they dote on you a gift. They're going to give Gimli a lava cookie.
Oh.
And they will say, "We recently took a dip at the hot springs in Lava Ridge before the volcano stopped creating heat. We picked this up last time we were there. We hope you enjoy it."
Oh, I've heard about these. My wife talks about them all the time.
They say,
Thank you guys so much.
They say, "Oh, you have a wife. She must be very lucky."
Oh, I'm the lucky one, really.
They pack up their cards and they say, "Well, we hope to see you again soon." And
Thank you so much for the game.
And they leave the Pokemon Center. Now it's just you guys in there.
Important question for the DM.
Yes, I have an answer.
Where's the Mime Junior?
The Mime Junior is just standing in the corner of the Pokemon Center, vibing. He is
he's just Blair Witching.
Just T-posing.
he's like finger tutting. He's like dancing with his noodly hands. He's like, ooh,
I do like to think he's just staring into the corner.
He's dancing. Cindy walks over to dance with him.
Okay, roll a performance.
Oh no. 18 plus 2, dirty 20.
Let's go. Yeah, you're schmooping in. Mime Jr. is ecstatic. It's really interesting because he's like shuffling his tiny little circular feet. You know, like you can hardly even see them. He just looks like a top kind of. But as he moves, he doesn't make any sound. He is completely soundless. And he looks up at Cindy and he lets off a really big smile. And it's like a dance party again. It's like 2 dance parties in one day. I don't know what's going on with dance parties, but there's a little grooving happening. It's almost rhythmic the way that the medical machines are like beeping and stuff. And in fact, a new chime goes off. You hear a bing, bing. And then a nurse comes up and she says, Gimli from the Schmidt Pack, we would like to see you at the desk.
Oh, okay.
And she says, I don't know if I want to say this is bad news. I don't know if this is something you're aware of, but let me start. Your Pokemon, we don't have him registered. You have a little Larvitar. What's his name?
Bane.
Okay. I don't know the best way to explain this to you, so I think I'll just have you see for yourself. And she hands you a little stethoscope. Do you put it in?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. You see Bean on like a little Pokemon like table, like when you go in a waiting room at a doctor's office or something, and he's just kind of staring vacantly. And then he looks at you, gets a big smile, and she says, "Please listen to his pulse."
Okay.
You put the stethoscope to his chest, and there is no pulse.
What? I don't hear anything.
She says, "Right. By all of our calculations, all of our medical instruments, he should not be alive."
What?
You haven't gotten him to a Pokemon Center before, have you?
No, he just hatched recently, actually.
He hatched, so he's a baby.
Yeah.
We don't think this is of any concern if he's been okay so far, but please keep a close eye on him. This is not something we've ever seen before.
Yeah, I certainly will. This is crazy. I mean, never heard of such a thing, and obviously you guys haven't either, and you're the professionals, so...
She says, besides this concerning information, he's all healed up, and he's all ready to go. In fact, here's all your Pokeballs. And she gives you the rest of your Pokeballs, she hands you Bean, and she also says, well, since you're here, also the rest of your party's Pokemon are all healed, so if you wouldn't mind taking those with you as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. She says, please take care of Bean.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Great. And then she dismisses you back to the rest of the party.
Wait. All right.
Cool. Schmidt.
Yeah.
It's been like 15 minutes and you're brought awake. You're a little disoriented. Your vision's kind of blurry, but you don't have a pounding migraine anymore. You have a little bandage on your arm from where there was an IV, and then a doctor or a nurse comes over to you and he says, here's your prescription. There's 4 of these. You're just going to take these once every evening for the next 4 days, and then you should be fine.
Cool.
And then
thank you, doctor.
He says, cool. You're very welcome. And then he says, as per tradition, you were just in and out, but we got to do this real quick. And he gestures to a wheelchair and he asks that you sit in it.
Sick. Can I do wheelies?
Is you asking, or are you just going to try?
I'm asking because I'm assuming he's carrying me out, and I would like him to actually be performing the wheelies.
Well, roll a persuasion.
Been a while since I've done these. That's charisma. Okay, so no bonus, and that's a nat 1.
Okay, he's like, no, and if you do, you will be banned from our hospital.
Okay.
And he pushes you out to your friends. You were all reunited at the front of the Pokemon Center. All of your Pokemon are fully healed. Gimli has the hold of all of them. It seems like while you were being worked on, Schmidt, they had taken care of Quacko and all your other Pokemon and their Pokeballs. The party is all reunited, and they have a little Mime with them as well.
I ask Mime if he wants to ride in the wagon as we continue our journey.
I like crouch down to Mime and I look at him and I scold at him and I'm like, "Who are you? What are you doing?"
Let's see. Mime kind of just ignores Schmidt because he's been seeing some really weird stuff out of Schmidt lately. And he listens to Cindy and he lets out a big smile and he jumps in the wagon and he just sits there, plops down, arms spread out.
Great.
Oh, we made a friend, guys.
Yeah.
Excuse
these
me?
Arms are heavy. Yeah.
Now, what do you guys do? It's now like 6:30, 7 p.m.
Should we try and find somewhere to clean up? Because I think we're all covered in food.
I'm assuming there's still like hostels at this Pokemon Center.
Yeah, this one has one upstairs.
Hostel.
So we could just chill for the night.
Yeah, you could just check in for the night.
Big rest.
And clean up.
Yeah, absolutely. They have showers and everything. They have laundry. You could do all that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep Bina tucked with me for a little bit. We're good.
Okay.
Yeah, walk around, put them back in my overalls. Everyone else is packed away though.
Cool. You do that. You check in at the nurse's stand. You get all checked into that. Before you head upstairs, the doors of the Pokemon Center burst open. No one walks in, but a little dark-colored bird flops in. It flies towards Gimli, and it drops off a little letter. And then it perches, and it is very exhausted and very out of breath.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Gimli got a letter. Gimli
I'm assuming you want to read it?
Yeah, I wonder who it's from.
Who is it from? You'll find out. You don't have to read it out loud if you don't want, but you can if you want. You don't have to read it.
Oh, okay. It's a letter from my wife.
Yeah. I need Gimli to make a perception check.
Of course. 16.
Okay. You and Schmidt particularly recognize this mailbird. It's not a common mailbird. It's a Murkrow. And everyone recognizes it from the mail place at Fortree because Murkrows are often employed in mailing services. This one is like really beat up. Like it's got like a little hole in its wing, a little gash, and it's really out of breath and it looks exhausted. It's just like standing on the ground, just like panting.
You okay, little buddy? You want to stay at the Pokemon Center?
It just goes.
I guess I didn't notice that.
Yeah. He squawks at you, but it's just pooped. It's just exhausted.
Yeah, there's something happened, bud. Like I'm reading the letter, but you look a little rough. I appreciate it, but are you all right?
He is definitely not all right, and he starts kind of like weakly flopping over towards the nurse's station to try and get attention of Nurse Joy, but he's a little too short.
I'll pick.
I was about to say, I was gonna go pick him up, but yeah, be there for the assist.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. There you go. Nurse Joy sees the Murkrow and sees he's got like one of those little male insignias on his second hat and says, "Oh my, you've been through a lot of trouble to get here, haven't you?" And they take him away, and they hopefully are helping him get better.
Mm-hmm.
They have a special procedure for like government service Pokemon where it's like they're all established to get that taken care of. You're welcome to check in and get your long rest unless there's anything else you want to do before that.
I think long rest is good.
Yeah, long rest is good.
The other two?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, cool. You do that. You have a great long rest. Nothing particularly eventful happens in the hostel. You all clean up. There's no crazy dreams or anything. You guys just get a good sleep. Schmidt is not going to die, which is great. The medication he's been given makes him a little nauseous, but it's fine.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
Not dying.
Yeah, it's very important. And then you wake up. You all wake up a little early because you went to bed really early, but like you were exhausted, so it's fair. It's like 6 a.m. in Slateport City.
I heard there's a bazaar that sells things potentially if we want to go there.
Cool.
Or we
need our
could get out of
season
here.
It changes.
True, actually.
Are
Well, now I
there
got the
time
letter.
zones in Hoenn?
Oh, I also have to cash my check.
I don't think there's time zones in Hoenn. I don't think it's big enough. Maybe like over in Evergrande City where the Pokemon League is, it might be like an hour ahead, but like
Yeah, I was
Okay.
actually curious about like time zones back to Sinnoh because I was looking to see if I could find a phone to call my wife now that I got the letter from her. So
Okay. There's definitely time zones. You would probably roll intelligence.
I am big dumb. Yes, I am. I'm too dumb to know about time zones. That is a unnatural one. I got a 2.
Oh man. Okay.
So,
Yeah. It's a lot, but you don't know what it is.
right. I should probably wait to call my wife. She might still be in bed. I don't know what time it is over there.
Find somewhere to cash this check so that we all have some money And then maybe we can go
Probably.
to the bazaar.
I think that's a good idea. Good way
Yeah.
to start the morning.
Awesome. Cool beats.
I mean,
I guess
yeah,
could ask at the Pokemon Center if there's anywhere, because
Yeah.
I don't want to get lost.
That's
Sure.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, there is like a hostile concierge who is there, and he says, "Yeah, a bank, absolutely." And he looks over at Ellie. He's like, "You seem like the type who'd carry a map," and he hands you a small map of Slateport.
Thank you. I do carry a map. I appreciate that.
Cool. It's a fairly detailed map because it's of a relatively small city. It's not that small. It's smaller than Mauville, but it's maybe like, the third or fourth biggest in Hoenn, which isn't a anyways, too much detail about the size of the cities in Hoenn. Everything's pretty clearly labeled. You see all the stuff. There's a bazaar with all these different businesses that are directly to the south of where you are. There's a Pokemon fan club, whatever that is. There's a couple different, there's a shipyard, and then there's two different ports. There's one to the north that is labeled Slateport Harbor, and then there's one to the south on the beach that's called Sandport Harbor. There's a bank. There's the lighthouse is pointed out as like a special tourist destination.
So we will go to the bank, I think.
Cool. You go to the bank. There's a bunch of people in suits. There's some Machokes wearing sunglasses that are standing at the door.
I guess walk up to a teller and ask if I can cash my check.
You do that. And it happens. I'm not going to roleplay that because it's super straightforward.
Yay!
But yeah, you get $1,100 in Pokemon cash. Very cool.
Okay, cool. Let's distribute this.
Are you actually splitting it up amongst everyone very generously?
Yeah, I'm going to split it 4 ways. So we would each get 275.
Wow. Someone's got a caring party member. Would you look at that?
Neato.
Kind of cool. So yeah, you can add that to your character sheet.
Well, we all did it together, so.
I was wondering if you were going to prorate Gimli because he stayed alive longer to help you deliver them, but I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, I guess, but yeah. I mean, it wasn't Schmidt's or Cindy's fault that they died.
That's true. That's true.
Smith dove headfirst into the lake.
And Cindy did kind of beckon the snake. So maybe it is their fault.
It was Cindy's fault. She wanted to pet a viper and died.
As you finish up your business at the bank and you very discreetly exchange funds amongst one another, it's early morning at Slateport City. The salty breeze is so nice and reminiscent of Lily Cove. It's slightly less floral here and a little bit more. This is like a harbor where beefy, sweaty sailors work. So it's kind of got a bit more of the grit kind of sense of like a oceanside city. You know what I'm saying? There are lots of places where ships could be docked. You can see out into the ocean. The sound of the waves is really nice. There's a lot of docks and places where ships can anchor, but there's not many. You can tell that there's room for dozens, but as of currently, there's only 2 or 3 large cargo ships. And then over to the west, there's a bustling little marketplace. And to the south, there's the beach.
Cool. First order of business. Is the Mime Jr. still following us?
Yep. And it's just very silently following you guys around.
Cool. Can I roll insight on it?
Sure.
That's soft wisdom, so that's a 17.
Okay. Yeah. This thing is definitely got a goofy spirit. It does not seem like it has any malicious intent. It seems like he just kind of goes with the flow.
So he has no reason to follow us?
He has no reason not to follow you either.
Cool. I'm gonna fight it.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
Describe your fighting of Mime Jr.
I pull out. I'm gonna go with Patricia, and we're gonna have a Pokemon battle.
Okay. Just roll initiative for just one.
Yep. 6.
Okay, I also got a 6. What's your dexterity? I'm sure it's higher than Mime Jr.'s actually. So yeah, you can go first.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start off with a good old fashioned dragon dance.
Okay. You do that. You don't have to roll anything for that, right? It just happens now.
No.
But now that you've mastered it, you can do it. Cool.
Yep.
Patricia starts flapping her wings vigorously and is powered up with arcane energy. Mime Jr. kind of gets the sense of what's going on and waves his hands together in a goofy way, and a little psychic wall goes in front of his body. It's back to you.
So he has a little wall in front of him, right?
Yeah. One might describe it as a barrier.
Right. My mind, barriers don't block sound-based moves.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit him with a disarming voice.
Okay. You don't need to roll for that?
Yeah.
Okay. The sound waves connect, phase through the wall, and have absolutely no effect on Mime Jr. Other people in the party, you're welcome to like do other things if you'd like, or you can just watch this 1v1 as it happens. That's also totally fine.
What are we doing?
That was like a good roll too.
Question what the heck we're doing. Why did we fighting the little Mime Vibe guy?
Look, he sat on me. I've got a vendetta. I got to get some stuff out.
Are you gonna like catch him?
No, probably not.
You're just gonna injure this innocent Pokemon. Okay,
I mean, we haven't
that's
left the Pokemon Center yet.
You have.
This
This is just
Bank.
about
This is the
sending a
bank.
message.
You're outside of the bank, but yeah,
Oh, that's true.
that's fine. You can still send
I
a
got us
message.
spaced out, and we were just like, "Oh, we are at the bank."
This just seems really unnecessary.
As you're all asking Schmidt why he's doing this,
What, you're questioning me what I'm doing when this thing is
This
just
is
following
really
us for no reason.
What? Okay, he seems fine. Like you're fighting him for no reason.
does a 14 break Patricia's armor class? The little mime waves his hands around and beams of psychic energy launch out towards Patricia, dealing 6 psychic damage.
Cool.
This is so unnecessary.
Barrier is up.
Uh-huh.
There's no possible way to like flank him, right? Could we use the movement speed to like go around him? Or
If you, Schmidt, intend to fight Mime Jr., you can flank him.
okay, but there's no way for Patricia to.
Not alone.
Okay.
You could have sneak attacked, I guess, but you didn't describe it as such, so that's not a sneak attack anymore. Like, now that you're
I
in
didn't
combat,
want
you
it to
can't sneak
be a
attack.
sneak attack. I wanted it to be like he knows what's coming.
Okay.
I'll just hit him with the sing.
Okay. Roll it. Or no, I'm saving.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a 8.
Once again, the sound waves pass through the barrier cleanly, connect with Mime Jr.'s head, and do absolutely nothing.
What are you doing?
Did Mime Jr.
Crazy.
Is it not weird that sound things don't work on him at all?
No, it's not actually. Do you not know
Hang on.
Mime Jr.'s ability?
No, I've never used Mime Jr. in a game.
He is soundproof.
Oh.
My guy has earmuffs on.
Oh no, he's got your AirPods in. He can't hear us.
Oh, no.
This has somewhat gathered the attention of passerbys. They're just kind of like, oh, all right, let's go, a little battle. Let's see it. And like, there's, there's like 4 or 5 people just like standing around watching.
It's wild.
The little Mime Jr. is going to get a little devilish gleam in his eyes, and he will run towards Patricia, and he's going to tickle Patricia. You need to make a con
Let's go,
save
Mime Jr.
of DC 11. Pretty easy.
I rolled a 12, so barely.
Okay, yeah, nothing happens, but Patricia does let out a little giggle because she's being tickled.
All right.
You should sing again.
I can't.
You know what? That's a great idea. I'm gonna sing with the beak and go for a peck.
Sing with the beak. Awesome. Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay. Okay. Well, I rolled a 19.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. You hit. Okay, what's your damage?
Yeah. 1d6 plus 3, and I double that because of Dragon Dance, so 1d6 plus 6. 2, 8.
8. Okay. Mime Jr. gets smacked in the face with a beak. He lets out his mouth like he's screaming, but no sound comes out. Any peanut gallery actions before Mime Jr. makes another attack?
You got this, buddy. Keep it up, Mime Jr.
You're talking to Mime Jr. Great.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I heard the "keep it up, buddy," and I was like, "Who's he talking to?"
I get no support from my friends. All right.
I support you in this. I already think this is unnecessary.
There's now about a dozen or so onlookers, and some of them are like, yeah, and they're like really excited.
I'm gonna start organizing like a betting ring. Like I'm gonna accept. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing.
You could if you want, but okay. Yeah, one of them's like, my money's on the little fluffy bird. I don't know. This one seems pretty good against sound-based attacks. And the one that is pretty good against sound-based attacks swirls his hands around, and a little psychic blast comes out with a natural 20. Ooh, that's a critical hit. Okay,
Mime Jr.
I haven't rolled a crit in a while. I'm glad it's right now. So that and ooh,
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
So
it
happy
is.
for you.
You chose this.
Yeah, you literally signed up for this for no reason, and then you're like, I can't believe this is happening to me. And then through 2 sound attacks and a soundproof Pokemon, you deserve this.
With a critical hit, Patricia takes 16 points of psychic damage and is now confused.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's go, dude.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to recall Patricia. It's Quacko time.
Okay,
Oh, no.
that is an action, switching your Pokemon. It's like in the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Okay,
Understandable.
so he's going to roll another confusion into the new target, and he gets a 5. So unfortunately, the little psychic blast just right over Quacko.
Like, oof.
He was a little too overconfident.
Yeah, a little overzealous, bud.
There are some sighs from the crowd. They're like, "Oh,
Oh.
I know it's a little early during the day, but I'm mad. So it's Duck Finals time.
oh my god, dude, you're gonna kill this thing." Okay, yeah, roll dexterity. Mime got a total of 13.
Quacko also got a total of 13.
You have a higher dex score, so you will win. Your dex score is higher than 12, right? Like it's
Yeah, it's 16.
yeah. So okay, so yeah, you get your free critical hit.
Remind me how this works. Is it like an attack I pick, or
Yeah, you will pick an attack and
on a success, additional attack that always crits? Okay, yeah, Fury attack.
yeah, roll how many times you hit. Roll a d4. I do want to know that.
I hit 4 times.
Okay, then
Or it's D4 plus 1, so I hit 5 times.
yes. You are going to KO Mime Jr. Would you like to describe how you do it?
Quacko, channeling my anger from Trainer 2 Pokemon, just starts beating him with the leak. Just bop, bop, bop.
My god. Okay.
Oh my god.
Mime Jr. falls to 0 HP and collapses. The audience cheers. They go, yay! And then they just kind of stand around and wait, and they're like, is that a wild Pokemon? It's like, then they're all
Cindy
just
runs in, scoops up Mime
I was
Jr., and
about to say,
puts
yeah,
him in the
let's get him to
wagon.
the
Yeah.
Starts
Pokemon
bringing
Center.
back to
Pokemon
the
Center.
Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Okay. You do that. The crowd is like, oh, no more battles. And you just have to like push people aside as you run back to the Pokemon Center. They see, oh, back so soon. And then they see Mime Jr. and they say, oh my, we'll get him patched up right away. And they take him back for literally like 2 minutes. And they bring him back and he's fine. He's just sitting there smiling on the counter.
It's fine.
He's fine.
Always.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
I
sure.
You settled
Get
your
this thing.
differences.
Why is it
Are we
following
good?
me? I haven't settled shit. Why is it still following us?
It's in the Pokemon Center. We brought him here.
Insight on it. I rolled a 17 and I didn't get shit.
Well, probably because there isn't anything. He's just a guy.
He's so happy to be with us.
We're fun. We're a good group of people, and he knows that.
Right. He's just vibing.
If you're done with him, I'm sure like I'm sure there's a way you could tell him to leave.
I'm cool with him.
Totally fine with him.
Wanna
Just
know
that's
what's
why I
up.
asked him to come along in the wagon.
Who's in the mood for some shopping?
Let's do some shopping.
Rolling into
Mime
the bazaar
Jr.
with Mime Jr. in the wagon.
I feel like that's
Why'd
when you
you
do
do
like a
something?
like a sitcom stinger. Like it was like, okay, that was weird. Let's do some shopping. And there's like some music. It's like ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And then you guys go shopping. Welcome to the bazaar. It's now like 7 a.m. So the early risers are still out and about. There's not many kids, but there's some adult early risers and the people who work there and whatnot. You see an herb shop. You see a clothing shop. You see what looks like a little medicine mart. You see a sign that's in a font that is very familiar. It says Clay Mart. And there's also a little stand that says Todd's Vitamins.
I can imagine we all might want to stop by the Claim Art.
Yeah. Oh yeah, let's go to Claymart. I want to see what the Mart family has going on.
Cool. You guys,
Martins.
The Martins, yeah.
you guys go to Claymart. Who's leading the way to Claymart?
I can lead the way.
Roll a
Feels like
perception.
Elodie should with her
Sounds like the
charisma to
sugar
get us some
mama. Yeah.
discounts.
Roll a perception.
Cool
I
beans.
feel like we rob people every time we come into a store.
I got an 18.
18. Clay is not at the mart. He's not standing there. There's a bunch of goods. It seems like no one's stealing. No one's really watching, though. However, with your 18, you hear the sounds of B-boy beats, and you can identify an individual in baggy clothes and a sick snapback in the center of the bazaar with his B-boy gang doing some breakdancing. And there's 4 other Pokemon that are just like spinning around on the ground, doing all sorts of little tricks and stuff. And it looks like the Slateport City B-boys are having a performance. There's four dudes in their classic B-boy attire, and one of them looks a lot like Shay/Tay/K. And then the other 3 are just, they're homies, they're friends. They are friends with Clay from Claymart, and there's 4 Pokemon. They are like brownish, like they kind of look like toys, and they're just spinning.
Get lost.
I mean, if you guys want to watch the B-Boys, we can watch the B-Boys.
Yeah, and breakdance away.
Yeah, so he notices that, like, while he's spinning, he has a pretty good perception. He witnesses as a group of people go up to his merchant booth, and he realizes that they were probably trying to buy something. And he's like, hold on, guys, I gotta get up for a second. And he stands up, and one of the little spinning ball toys moves out of the way, and a little red rodent stands up and hops behind him. And he says, sorry, I didn't see you come in. Welcome to Claymart. What can I do for you?
So your breakdance is pretty good.
He's like, yeah. There's a lot of downtime out here in the bazaars, so I like to meet up with the B-boys when I can. What can I get for you? As you look around at his wares, this is probably the most extensive wares outside of the Mauville City one that you've seen. There's a lot of stuff. There's a whole variety of Pokeballs. There's a bunch of healing items. There's a bunch of items that you might want to use in battle. There's looks like an assortment of gems and rocks and like weird Pokemon parts. There's a whole bunch of berries. What are you looking for?
Does he have any candies or anything like that?
He does, as a matter of fact. Are you going to ask about them?
Catalog list of every item in the store.
Catalog list.
Okay. Yeah, he's got potions, super potions, hyper potions, antidotes, paralyze heals, burn heals, ice heals, awakenings, full heals, revives, ethers. He's got a bunch of different candies. They're called Mighty Candy, Quick Candy, Health Candy, Smart Candy, Tough Candy, Courage Candy. He has regular candy bars, fresh water, soda pops, berry juice, lemonades, and Moo Moo Milks. He has Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls, Nest Balls, Level Balls, Timer Balls, Luxury Balls, Repeat Balls. Do you want me to keep going? Like, he's got everything.
No, keep going.
Okay. Yeah. Net Ball, Dive Ball, Dusk Ball, Moon Ball, Heal Ball, Quick Ball. He has, let's see, I'm going to roll for this one. He has 1 Heavy Ball. He has X Attack, X Defense. He has all the X items. Some unlabeled stones. There's like a reddish one. There's a greenish one. There's a dark obsidian colored one. There's a yellow one. There's a blue one. There's one that kind of looks like the sun. There's a glimmering green one. There's a dark translucent purple one. There's looks like a scale of a Pokemon. There's like a fang of a Pokemon.
Oh, don't I need a stone to evolve solely?
Mm-hmm.
Do any of these stones look evolvey?
Potentially, if you want to check, you could ask or roll a check.
I will ask Shay?
Clay.
Clay. I will ask Clay. I'll send out Solely and be like, hey, so I heard I need a stone.
He says, oh yeah, that's a Vulpix. We love those. Yeah, for that you'll need a Firestone. And he gestures over to the stone cabinet.
I'm afraid to ask, but how much?
He says, these guys go for 400 apiece.
Oh no.
Oof.
Okay.
Do you do layaway?
Claymart does not do layaway, unfortunately.
Wow, what a sham.
and no returns either. It's all sales are final.
I think I have enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just me and
because I'm poor and I don't spend ridiculously.
Yeah, you're a penny pincher. You're poor. Right. Yeah, that's we.
I mean, if you want to buy it, like I'm not gonna stop you.
We're doing it.
Okay.
Getting the stone.
Subtract 400. You have a Firestone. You don't have to use it right now if you don't want, but you could. Up to you.
Just straight slap it on there, like
Yeah.
go to paint, baby.
Or like ask, like, Soli, I got a stone for you. Do you want it now?
Roll a persuasion.
Animal handling?
No, this is a little more personal. You're not
Okay.
like having Soli do an attack. You're checking with
Yeah,
Soli
it's
like
not
on a
really
personal
bad.
level.
14.
Soli kind of looks quizzically at the stone and is like, yeah, okay.
Soli evolving.
Do you want her to?
Yeah.
Okay. You, yeah. Very unceremoniously, in a classic Cindy fashion, Cindy gives the Firestone to Soul Eater, the Vulpix, and Soul Eater is encapsulated in a glowing white light, drawing the attention of the B-Boys. They stop doing their dancing. The music just record scratches to a stop, and everyone witnesses as Soli's form glows white, grows larger, sprouts additional tails, and in front of you all you have a beautiful, golden, lovely, luscious Ninetales.
Yay.
Big Soli.
Pay to win, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, you're $400 out in the pocket, but Soli approaches Cindy, goes in for an embrace, is now about the same size as Cindy, if not taller. The tufts on Ninetales' head definitely sprout out a little bit, and the tails are just so beautiful and warm. And you give Soul Eater a little hug. Cool. I don't think anyone's going to buy anything quite as cool as that, but you're more than welcome to try.
I don't think
Let's
I
talk
can
the candies again.
Yeah.
The candies? Yeah. They are called Mighty Candy, Quick Candy, Health Candy, Smart Candy, Tough Candy, and Courage Candy. And they also have candy
That
bars.
sounds like Let's Go candies.
Maybe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, don't think that those are going to evolve cabbage. So, not the kind of candies I'm looking for.
No.
I'm just looking up the candies to
Yeah, I was
remember
like-
what did what's that.
There's
Can
also
you give cabbage anything to evolve them and spin?
Well, that's the thing is, like, I can try, but how much are the candies?
they are 100 each.
Ugh. That seems expensive for something that might not work. I have the cabbage spin with them before I buy them, and then if it works, I'll buy it. No, I'm just kidding.
Swindling.
I feel like that's
Does Clay have any special edition balls?
He does, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact. I'm assuming you just ask him, like, hey, you got any special balls?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he says, yeah, these nuts. No. He says, yeah, right now my special inventory, I'm particularly fond of this heavy ball.
Okay.
That's going to cost you 130.
Okay.
He says, I've also got some luxury balls, timer balls, level balls. We got a lot of special inventory here because, this is a big commercial harbor, so we get a hold of a lot of really cool stuff.
I think I'll make a purchase for the heavy ball, actually. Buy for 130.
Sure.
Bean.
You do that.
I would like to purchase 3 quick candies.
3 quick candies.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You do that.
Cool. I would like to bring out Jessica.
Okay.
I would like to give Jessica one of the candies.
Okay.
And then I would like to have Jessica go throw down with the Beat Boys.
Jessica consumes a quick candy and frolics over to the B-Boys. They're slowly starting back up because they were a little shocked by the evolution of Ninetales. They start grooving and schmooving, and Jessica naturally also starts grooving and schmooving. She is copying the breakdancing movements, and as she does so, she is kicking up little tufts of dirt and sand from the beach. Do you encourage her to keep dancing?
Yeah.
Roll a performance.
That's a 15.
Okay, that's sufficient. In a dramatic little flip, a cloud of sand distorts the view of Jessica. And on the other side, after a quick blue flash of light, you have a new form of Oricorio. Its feathers are adorned in such a way that it looks like it's wearing a snapback, and its feathers are kind of like loose and baggy, and its feet have changed in color. They're now brilliantly colored, and like they are a little poofy, like they'd be really good at kicking up dirt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jessica looks over at Schmidt and gives like a look that just emanates coolness.
Hell yeah. Schmidt gives Jessica that look back.
Cool. And Jessica keeps dancing with the B-Boys.
I would like to also give a quick candy to Quacko.
Okay, you do that.
Hey, yo, What was your name again?
Name's Clay.
Clay. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah.
What do these do again?
They have something to do with Pokemon stats. They give temporary bonuses.
Temporary bonuses. Okay. Cool.
Gimli, you bought the heavy ball. Elodie, have you bought anything?
No.
You have to compete with an evolution and a form change, so I'm just like,
I know.
Like,
I know.
Like, how does it get better than that?
That's the thing. If I could find something that I was confident could
Imagine
evolve.
just like feeding Cabbage random things to see if it changes.
You could buy just like
So,
a
I mean-
regular candy bar and try that.
I don't know.
You have
Wrap
regular
cabbage
candy
and start
bars?
spinning
That was on the
circles.
list.
there is a regular candy bar, yeah.
How much for the candy bar?
15.
Sure. I will pay 15 for the candy bar, give it to Cabbage, and spin her around.
Okay. You do that. Cabbage is holding this candy bar and looking at it like, candy, you know? And you spin Cabbage. Give me like a dex check.
Right. Dex check for Cabbage?
Yes.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you spin Cabbage around, and the Cabbage's milk kind of starts like frothing up in a bit, and she seems very excited, but there is, at the end of the day, no significant change.
Okay.
Do your best.
Yeah, you did your best, Cabbage. We'll find it. Don't worry. We'll find something to evolve you.
Cabbage was confused because Cabbage isn't disappointed. Cabbage is like, I got a candy bar. Like, this is great.
Like, this is sick. Like, what are you sad about?
I don't have a character sheet for Oricorio, but you can do it manually right now if you'd like, Squids.
Yeah.
It's a ground type, if you didn't figure that out. Ground flying.
Oh, hell yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure you're stoked on that.
Oh man, no, it's happening.
It's Landorus. Yeah, just plug in the stats for Landorus right now. No.
Also gets Intimidate.
No, it doesn't. It still has Dancer. All that's changed is that Peck has become Revelation Dance.
What?
That's the name of the move. I didn't make that up. That's the actual Oricorio move. And the attack bonus is +7, and the damage is 2d10 +4. Ground. It's very good.
Holy
Yeah,
crap!
that's potent.
But all of
Is
your
there any like passive with it or
no. It's
Okay.
just good. And remember you have the Dancer ability, so like
yeah.
I'm sure you've already strategized that with another one of your Pokemon, so it's fine.
Oh wait. Oh shit. I hadn't, but then yeah.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but you would have figured it out eventually anyways.
Yeah, I would have.
But yeah, all of your stats are the same. You just have a new move, and you're a ground type.
Sick.
That's
Someone
really
might
cool.
actually take on the Marvel City Gym. I don't know.
At some point.
It looks like if you asked Jessica to fly, she probably couldn't. Her feathers are very heavy.
Yeah, she's just grounded now. That's funny.
She had big feet that look like sneakers.
So cool. That's really funny.
Um,
Cloud shoe Jessica. Yeah.
cool. It's like 7:30 a.m. at the Slateport Bazaar. You guys doing anything? There's some other shops you didn't go to. You spent all your
Yeah.
money at Claymart.
Yeah, all of it. Sir.
I
mean,
Not me. Let's go.
I was like,
Let's
I'm
spend
still.
some money.
I was like, I'm still good.
His little red mouse Pokemon just like saw some really silly things happen. Saw a very legitimate, very cool evolution. Saw a very interesting form change that no one's ever seen before, and then saw a little Milcery spinning with a candy bar. And Plusle is just like, this is a good group of people.
Yeah.
Claymart says, "Can I help you out with anything else?"
I think we're good, right?
I'm good.
Cool.
Have any clothing?
Clay says, "Not really. I've got like assorted scarves and belts, but there is Fran's Fine Fashion just down the way." And he gestures south.
Cool. Appreciate you. We'll hit that up next.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's go. France Fine Fashion.
Another
Shopping
shopping.
episode.
After that
episode.
season 2 outfit change.
Yeah.
True.
True.
I'm assuming we're just vibing. Like I don't think Cindy would want to like put Soli away. I think they're just like hanging out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys are all very impressed. Soli is very beautiful. And
Cindy's also wearing her new, or not new, but like new hoodie that says "That's Lip Bro," just like her tank top, but it's a hoodie.
oh great. Yeah, it's the one you got at the thrift store. Right.
Yeah.
And then Oricorio, Jessica takes a break from the dancing and kind of struts alongside Schmidt and Quacko. Very
Sick.
they're kind of always dancing, kind of like Hitmontop, you know Hitmontop's idle animation, Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
It's kind of what Jessica's always
Cavalry,
doing.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Fran's Fine Fashion. You see a young woman. She's wearing very fluffy clothing, and she has a pink sheep Pokemon in front of her who is just smiling and buying, and she is plucking wool off of its back and knitting. And she says, "Welcome. What can I get for you?"
Like a t-shirt, but it's like a V-neck, but like maybe like a little bit like lower than like a deep V.
The
You know what I mean?
V.
She says, "I might. What color are you looking for?"
It's like a gray.
Okay.
Or like a douchey white.
Roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Douchey white.
Yeah. That's a 3. God damn it! I can never find.
It's a 3. Well, I mean, what's funny about this booth that you're at is that there's like no inventory. Like there's a couple mannequins that are dressed, but there's like no clothing. She turns around. She's like, I think I can get that to work. And she grabs her belt and sends out a Pokemon. It's a large, spooky spider. It's big and pinkish red. It turns around and shoots silk at her. And she very rapidly swings her sewing needles around. And she grabs a little pot that has some colored water in it, spins it on it. And about 2 minutes later, you got a t-shirt that's Schmidt sized. That is not gray. It's not douchey white. The V isn't quite as deep as you'd like it to be, but it's pretty good. And it's like a sky blue color. She says, this is the best color I could get for you.
Okay, I'm content.
That's sick as hell.
She says that
sick.
it's going to cost you 30.
Sick.
Really cool.
I'll pay the lady.
Great.
Well, if we're doing season outfit changes,
Hell yeah, do it.
I could easily keep this simple because your boy needs a new undershirt.
You could make it cool, though.
I could. Oh, what would I do here?
Chainmail.
Chainmail undershirt.
Do it.
Oh,
Gimli
my
with
God.
chainmail. All right.
No, I'm
And
kidding.
overalls.
That would be ridiculous.
I don't know if Fran can do that.
Yeah, it's like, can Fran even do just a chainmail shirt? Like what? Well, I'm thinking you guys can think about if you want to do outfit stuff.
Can I get like a cardigan?
Sure, describe
Like a
it.
pink, like a pink cardigan, maybe like a floral pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll a d20 for your description.
Amazing. Yes. Dog, I got a 19.
Sure. Yeah. Fran is immediately picking up what you're putting down. She eyes you over and is like, well, this woman's pretty fashionable. So I think I know what to make for her. And she crafts some sort of polyester out of some material that she has in combination with Flaffy's wool. And she applies some dye to it. And it's exactly what you asked for. And then she says, every custom work is going to be 30 Pokédollars.
Amazing. I will pay that.
Great.
Neat. I kind of want, so like normally I have my pickaxe like strapped to like a backpack, but I kind of want like a new set of like tan or like beige overalls with like an actual latch on the back to like hook my pickaxe into.
Okay. So maybe not like denim. Maybe you're looking for
Right.
like canvas or something.
Right, like canvas, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll a d20.
15.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Gosh, how would she produce this? She has up in like a little rafter at the top of the booth. There is 3 different little blue quadrupedal bugs, and they work really hard together to produce very rapidly a khaki colored fabric that Fran throws her sewing needles around, goes over to a sewing machine actually, and gets that taken care of really quickly because this is very thick fabric. And a couple minutes later, you got some overalls. And she'll take 30 Pokédollars from you.
Excellent.
They're nothing special. They don't have quite as many pockets as you'd like, but they'll definitely get the job done.
Right.
Cindy's just vibing with Soli in her
Okay.
hoodie.
Cool. Yeah. You are feeling quite warm. Your cheeks are a little rosy, but because of your passive and because of your background, you aren't bothered. You're not like sweating, but you're very comfortable and warm amidst the sea breeze. Fran says, well, thank you so much. You're welcome to come back at any time.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Cool. Let's see. Schmidt, give me a perception check.
Perception. Cool. Not one.
That one.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't say anything. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
You know what you see? On top of your head, Mime Jr. He's wearing a new
I
hat.
swear
No.
to God, I'm gonna fist fight him now.
He picked up a hat from Fran, and it's really cute. It's like the same as the hat he's wearing, but it's blue. It's like the same color blue. It's like
How did you pay for it?
maybe he didn't pay for it. You will never know. You didn't perceive well enough.
Oh,
Get wrecked.
I'm Junior.
Can I
You're so
yoink
cute.
him off my head?
Yeah, you can try.
What's that roll? Strength, probably.
Dex, because you're swatting.
Dex, yeah.
Dex, yeah. Okay. 13.
Okay, yeah, you connect with him, not harshly. It's like not like the total of your hand, but he gets the picture and he hops off. He falls to the ground silently.
Little guy.
Cindy picks him up and gently puts him in the wagon.
Okay, yeah, he loves it. He's got a big beaming smile.
Does anybody else's Pokemon ride in the wagon, or are we all just...
I don't think you want any of my Pokemon riding in the wagon.
Can I
Fair.
put grape juice in the wagon?
Absolutely.
Grape juice is in the wagon.
Yeah, Grape Juice is having a really good time alongside Mime Jr.
Bean's just in my new set of overalls.
Yeah. Bean is pretty stoic as usual. No particular emotions coming out of Bean, but is happy to be with Gimli. What's on the docket now, friends? You're pretty close to the beach. If you want to take a little beach trip, you could get there. You're relatively close to the lighthouse. You could turn around and you could find your way to the fan club. There's a museum. You could go to the harbor, or you could just go back to Mauville. You could go to Dewford. The world's your oyster. You can do whatever you want. Since you're waiting for clothes, it's now much closer to 8. The bazaar is getting a little bit more crowded. There's all sorts of people around here. You can tell that these merchants are like slightly overstaffed. It seems like they were maybe used to having more customers, but for one reason or another, they are just not as busy as they used to be.
And that would be kind of crazy if it was because there was no international travel.
Yeah, wouldn't that be weird?
Yeah. What other establishments are there?
Yeah, you guys went to the bank. There is a place
Right.
called the Pokemon Fan Club. There is a lighthouse that Elodie's map has signified as like a really popular tourist destination. There is a shipyard, which is not the same as a harbor. There's 2 different harbors. There is one at the northwest that seems to stretch out towards very rocky, tidy currents. There's one to the south on the beach that seems like it might head towards Dewford. And then there's some residential areas. There's a Pokemon contest hall as well. And then to the north is where you came from, and to the south is the beach. So
Is there a battle institute?
there is not, or you're looking for a Rite of Learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not one here.
You could do contests, though. Is everyone looking super cute?
Never.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes.
Okay. Soli looks very well. Soli's less cute and more pretty now, so maybe you'd put Soli in a beauty contest, but could also do a cute contest.
I mean, I guess we could get money from a contest, but other than that, I don't. As much as I think it would be fun.
You were just always the hustle grind set, huh?
I mean, I don't know. Like, what? Why would we do a contest?
Why not?
True, actually.
That's the real question. Yeah. Why
Do you not
not
think
do a contest?
Cabbage is cute enough?
No, I think
Ooh.
Cabbage is definitely cute enough to win a contest.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
I mean, I'm down to go if people want to. I'm probably not going to participate, but I'm pretty sure people are down.
Same. We'll go.
Okay, sure. You guys enter the contest hall. Automatic doors slide open, and you find yourselves in a very like pink and yellow and red room. It seems to be like the reception ticketing check-in area. To your right, you see a bunch of like they're quite large, like floor blenders, culinary devices, where there's people hanging around to like throwing berries in a blender. It looks very interesting. On the walls, there are portraits of trainers and Pokemon who have won previous competitions, and there is a woman standing behind the desk with blue hair. She is not dealing with you right now. She's talking to a customer in front of her, a very tall, very slender, very imposing looking person is asking some questions at the front. They're accompanied by a Pokemon. Do you just wish to wait in line? Do you wish to blend some berries? What is your action here?
What Pokemon?
Roll a d20 and then add intelligence.
I rolled a 3, so you can either add +1 or +2 for intelligence or wisdom. I
Okay.
don't think it makes that huge of a difference.
Yeah. They're with the Pokemon. You've never seen it before. It's about person sized, and it like doesn't really look like it has feet, and its arms are very wavy. That's kind of all you can tell about it. It looks pretty weird. It's a very strange looking Pokemon.
Can I try to see what the Pokemon is?
Sure.
I rolled a 12.
You are not familiar with this species of Pokemon, but it like really strangely reminds you of like a potentially a water type, but you know it's not water type, but it looks like it would be a water type. You overhear the conversation. This woman in dark clothing, long black hair, pretty tall, again, pretty imposing. She has a very sweet voice. And you hear her having a conversation with the woman at the desk. You couldn't really make out much of the conversation, but the woman says, okay, yeah, that's understandable. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And the receptionist says, okay, you too. And she turns around and her and her Pokemon start to stroll out. Can I get an intelligence check from Elodie?
14.
You are not familiar with the Pokemon exactly. You know it's pre-evolution. Its pre-evolution's name is Inkay. You lock eyes with this, and it is very disturbing. It has a very gross face, and you don't trust it. And she leaves the building with her friend.
Yeah, I will ask the receptionist, hi, we heard this is a contest hall. We've never participated in a contest. How does that work?
She says, hey, welcome. As of right now, we actually can't be holding contests where there's a electricity problem. The Mauville City volt switch is down, so we only get so much power to the city right now, and they've decided that's most important for domestic trade out of the Slateport Harbor. But I can get you started. I can get you a Pokeblock case if you like. And if you're first-time contest users, you'll actually have to start the circuit in Verdant Turf. That's where the beginner's rank is. Would you like some Pokeblock cases?
Yeah, sure.
She says, great. And she says, would all 4 of you like one?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Okay. She gives you all Pokeblock case. She says, yeah, I'm really sorry. I've been explaining that to people all day. The government has their own priorities with where it gets power and whatnot, so we're just closed for right now. But you're welcome to blend berries. That doesn't take too much electricity.
Okay.
And that would be up
We're
to Cindy
going to
if we want to.
Mauville.
I mean, I'm
I'm-
down to go back to Mauville because I don't think there's much else for us in Slateport anymore.
Yeah, I really don't have much else in Slateport that I want to do either.
Yeah, you all leave the building. Can I get a perception check from Cindy as you head north?
A 3.
Yeah, you don't notice anything in particular. Yeah, as you're all heading north, you have to stop and wait for a little bit because there's a group of Pokemon. There's 4 quadrupedal, metal-looking little dino Pokemon, and they're carting a very large piece of cargo between them. There's a very, very large plank container that has strapped on top of it a very large propeller. They can barely squeeze through the city streets, and they are slowly crawling towards the harbor. You just have to give them a few minutes, and then you're able to walk past them. It seems like they have cargo that's destined for a ship. You're now back on the previous route. What was that number again? Route 110. You're back on Route 110. You have to cross the Trick House because that's right at the crux of where you'd go back to Mauville City. It looks different. Instead of a big round golden door, there's like a rickety old wooden door, and it's pretty clear that no one's there. It is probably an abandoned home. You are at a crossroads where you could go in a building that looks like it's connected to the cycling road, or you could take the grassy path, and you'll probably encounter either some trainers or wild Pokemon. It's going to be hard to avoid.
We don't have bikes, right? So.
Yep, sounds like grassy route.
We
Okay.
can all pile into the wagon.
I don't
They
think
won't
that
let
would
us
work.
in.
And then who's gonna pull the wagon?
I'm going to request Schmidt to roll a d20 for your route
18.
110. 18. As you're walking, you come across 2 little dog Pokemon, and they're going and they're barking at what looks to be like a large lumpy red rock on the ground. As Schmidt, as you get close, one of them turns and growls at you. It seems like they're very busy doing something very important involving this red rock. What do you do?
Are they trying to fight or?
It seems like they're busy with something.
Okay. They're busy with something. I'll just leave them be.
Okay. Do you attempt to try and pass them?
Sure.
Okay. Roll a stealth, which you should be pretty good at.
Oh, that's plus dex. Oh, yeah. That's a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. You are able to just kind of like nimbly get past them. If you wish to pass this, every trainer is going to have to make a stealth check because these dogs are trying not to let anyone pass, but Schmidt is just very sneaky.
Do I have disadvantage with the wagon?
Whoever's pulling the wagon, if it's not Gimli, has disadvantage.
Can I try and like investigate like what the weird red rock thing is?
Absolutely.
I got a 15.
Okay. You can, between these two dogs that are barking at this rock and trying to figure out what's on it, what's on the inside of it or something. One of the dogs is like gnawing on this rock. There's like a few holes in it, and you can peer inside one of these holes and you see a little yellow face, and it looks very scared and sad.
Oh,
I'm assuming they're harassing the Shuckle.
it appears to be the case because otherwise, why would it be hiding from them?
Yeah, I want to help the Shuckle. He's a little homie.
I mean, there's always the cabbage scent distraction tactic.
I was going to say, since I sneaked past them, would I technically be flanking them?
Uh-huh.
Like I sneaked past them, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would be like behind them.
Yes. You are definitely fitting that archetype of D&D character, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So if I did like a sneak attack,
Absolutely.
it would proc my passive and
It
it would
would.
crit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crit that.
Okay. On
Attacking, yeah.
on one of the doggos.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
Yeah. Jessica's very powerful now. And I didn't explain this to you, but it seems like this attack could be described as super effective, as this new ground type Oricorio does a little groove, and the dog just gets yeeted. One of these dogs just gets completely obliterated.
Just off the planet.
So like Jessica kind of does like a little earth bending thing with this, and a little platform of earth rises up from the path that you're walking on, and this little poor little dog gets yeeted into the bay, and just you hear a little splash in the distance.
That's awesome.
Oh.
The other dog sees this happen and attempts to run away. Gonna make a check to see if it can possibly even do that when it's being surrounded. It cannot. It gets backed into a corner against the fence and is growling, but is also whimpering.
Move out
Can
of the
we get
way
out
and
of
let him run
the
away.
way? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you let the doggo run away, he will definitely try to do that.
Absolutely.
Do you invite him to run west or north? You came from the west.
Okay.
West.
Probably
Okay.
towards the west because we're going the other way.
Okay,
Yeah.
you do that, and he scurries off. Just very, very scared. His friend is gone.
Time to approach the little Shuckle boy.
Yeah.
A chuckle in the wagon.
You approach this red
buddy.
rock, and it seems like there's a whole bunch of noodles inside.
Yeah. Hello, little friend.
It pokes out a little head. It's a really basic face, literally like a smiley face, and it goes,
Hey, buddy. How's it going? You want some lava cookie? The head of the lava cookie I got.
Okay.
See how he's doing.
He puts it in his mouth, and his eyes get really big. He's like, and he tucks in his neck really quickly back into the rock, but the cookie's too wide for the hole, so he has to like push it 3 times. You know, it's like pa, 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 and then
a little bit.
and then the cookie breaks a little bit, and then he goes back into a shell, and you hear little like goopy munching sounds.
Oh. You want to come with us, little man? I got this little heavy bowl for you.
He pokes his head out, and he looks at you like, more cookie? He doesn't say that, but yeah, you would imagine that he would say that. He just says bowl.
Bowl. Okay. How heavy is Shuckle? Shuckle pretty heavy? Probably not.
You could pick him up.
Oh yeah, let me try to pick him up.
Okay. Roll a strength.
23. Yeah.
Okay. You've handled so many rocks of approximately this size, you know with confidence that this is roughly 45 pounds.
Correct. Yeah. Neat. So what do you say, bud? You wanna go on a little journey with us? You seem pretty cool.
He goes, "Bow."
Okay. I think I'm just gonna attempt to just like coach them into the ball.
Okay. Roll your d20, and I will apply my secret math.
A 17.
That'll do it.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you hold out the heavy ball, and this Shuckle bops it, and he goes in, and the ball wiggles once, twice, and 3 times, and the heavy ball clicks shut. You've caught yourself a Shuckle.
Neat.
I do not have a page fully ready, but I must tell you, the way that these stats turn out, man, it's funny. Your armor class at level 5 is 22.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
This thing get guard split?
It gets what it gets. I'm not going to promise it can do lots of damage, but hurting it is going to be tough.
Can we get a chancey? Can we get a chancey in here?
It's time for a chancey. Give him a chance. Come on.
Gimli has one Pokemon not in a Pokeball, but the rest of his Pokeballs begin to wiggle.
Okay. I will be sending Lebowski to the PC.
Okay. You touch Lebowski's Pokeball and he eats into cyberspace.
Mm-hmm.
Great. That is your encounter for this route. You find your way back to Mauville City. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Mauville.
Oh, wow.
I like we could go through journey stuff, tripping on twigs, but I think just 2 hours later, you guys make it back, and it's like noon on a weekday. It's a bit of a lunch rush. People are moving around. You're pretty familiar with this place by now.
Yeah.
You are pretty central. You're by a big commercial district. You're by you're pretty close to the gym. You're pretty close to the Pokemon Center. The casino would be a bit out of the way. What do you want to do?
Let's go to the gym. Not like the
Battle Institute.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is everyone else joining Schmidt for this?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. You enter the Battle Institute as a party, and you recognize the guy from 2 days ago? Hasn't been that long. He says, "Hey, welcome back, everyone. So good to have you. You ready for another workout? I'd love to see that Mudkip again."
That Mudkip would not love to see you, unfortunately.
Do you say this to him?
Sure, why not?
Okay. He's a little sad. He's like, "Well, I love that little guy." Anyways, what can I do you for? Another workout, everyone?
I think so. What was the price on that again?
He says, "Well, today we're doing a special, actually."
Oh.
So he references his pricing chart, and he says, if it's a previous customer, we can offer it for just 50 Poké-Dollars, depending on the regimen.
I am not a previous customer. So what would pricing be for me?
And it would be 80 for you, sir.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Who are you having train at the gym?
Patricia.
Patricia. Great. You send out Patricia, and this guy says, "Oh, I gotta get Carl to look at this one. Carl, come here." And then a super swole dude comes up. He's wearing like a tank top that doesn't fit on his pecs. He's like, "That thing is so fluffy." And he picks up Patricia and he says, "This is amazing. We will train now." And he turns around and takes Patricia away.
We will train now.
Anyone else?
I will be sending Toidle in.
Okay. Toidle hasn't seen this place before. Toidle hits the field and goes, "Boo," like a Torkoal does, you know. And the guy working behind the counter says, "Oh, I love these guys. You can find a whole bunch of these just up north at the Fiery Path, I think it's called. Yeah. Some of our crew likes to work out there because it gets so hot. Come here, little buddy." And he scoops up Toidle and takes Toidle over to a treadmill.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I'll drop off Bubblegum.
Okay. Bubblegum gets dropped off. Bubblegum might have heard some stories about this from Grape Juice. Maybe not. Seems maybe like ready to take on a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Seems like ready for some action. The gym bros scoop up Bubblegum and say, "Oh, look at this guy. Looks like a clown." And everyone just kind of chuckles. And they take Bubblegum away.
Do they say how long it's going to take?
They say, come back in 2 hours.
Okay.
All right.
As you leave the Battle Institute, you are facing south because that's the way you came. And you're noticing another event is starting to pop up. Eleanor, once again, is making another speech to the people. This time, there's a lot more people outside of City Hall. and they're getting pretty riled up. There are a lot of citizens that are climbing atop the Champion's Court statue of May.
Oh, no.
And they aren't necessarily vandalizing or anything, but they're being kind of rowdy and they're like cheering on to the speech. And it's the same rhetoric as before. Eleanor is like, this is ridiculous. How long is it going to take for us to get some representation from our government? Our major facilities have been without power for several days now. There's been chaos all over the region. Furthermore, there's been reports of similar attacks in other regions. What's going on? We need answers right now, and there's no answers. May has done nothing. The Elite Four has done nothing. This is a disgrace. And everyone's like, they're all really upset. Elodie, specifically make a perception check first.
Okay. 3.
3, okay, nothing. It's an event. It's another rally. It's a little. People are starting to get worried because ever since this Lily Cove, it's been like at least a week, right? Ever since the Lily Cove City terrorist attack, there's just been nothing. And you few aren't the only people who are stuck in Hoenn, right? Like there's a lot of other people who are stuck in Hoenn, right. And Gimli, make a perception check.
I also got a 3.
Okay, yeah, you guys are. It's a crowd of people. You're not really saying anything. Like you're getting the gist, but you're not saying anything in particular.
Yeah,
people are upset, and it kind of makes you feel like maybe you should be upset too. To your right, you see chubby, very silly-looking old guy in a wheelchair. He's got huge laugh lines, wrinkly laugh lines, and he's got crazy electrified white hair. And despite his laugh lines, he looks kind of sad.
Oh.
Hey, what's wrong, old man? No, just kidding.
Hey, you old man.
Cindy, make another perception check.
All right. Let's perceive. 4.
I gotta get you guys to make rolls, and you're just not doing rolls. This is tragic. Yeah, you don't know who this guy is. That's fine. Yep. A little bit of chaos around lunchtime in Mauville City.
Man, wish we could do something about that. Unfortunately.
Yeah, well, they said the power thing was down in Mauville City, so that's why I thought we could fix the power.
Yeah, let's just fix all of the power in Mauville. I think we can do that.
We definitely have that skill set.
Are you guys Are you guys having this conversation?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Absolutely, because Cindy's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The man...
Why don't we just fix the power?
Like,
the old man in the wheelchair, he like looks over at you. He says, would you guys really do that?
What is it?
I look at him, straight-faced. Absolutely.
Wait. No, wait.
He wheels over to you in his wheelchair. He says, great to meet you. My name is Watson. I'm hoping you guys are trainers.
You could say that, yeah.
Yeah, we're trainers, yeah.
He says, perfect. And he reaches behind his wheelchair into a little pocket and he pulls out a comically large key. He says, take this to New Mauville. You got to fix the volt switch. And also here. And he hands you like a comically small book with tiny print. He says, you're going to need this when you get in there. Good luck.
What?
Wait. What?
What are we doing?
What is New Mauville? First of all.
He says, you came up here from Slateport, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
He says, out in the water, there's like an old abandoned industrial building. Well, it's not really abandoned. That's where we keep all of our power supply. You got to get in there and flip the volt switch.
Why aren't there city officials doing this?
Watson says, this is normally my responsibility, but I can't really get there lately. And he gestures to his bad legs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He says, no, it's not your fault. It's just nature of the trade. But I do need some help, and no one seems to be willing to do it. They'd rather be activists or something, so I need your help.
All right.
Woo!
Let's go to the power plant.
Okay. Are you actually doing that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
He says, once you guys got it fixed, come by the Mauville City gym. And then he's laughing. And if you wrote his laugh in text, it would say wahahaha, because he is giddy. His frown has been turned to a smile because he finally found someone who's willing to help him.
Oh.
Good.
This is the most, honestly, out of all the adventures we had right now, this is becoming the most like Pokemon 1, where it's just like you feel like you're just thrusted into it. You're like, what is happening?
Because it's the actual quest from Ruby and Sapphire.
Fix the thing. Like, oh, what? Oh yeah,
I mean,
Cindy is holding the comically large key.
Are you holding it? Who's holding it?
Cindy.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh no. 11.
Somehow, between the time that Watson handed it to you, Mime Jr. has found a way to dangle from the tip of it.
Cute.
How does he do this?
Oh, you're so cute, buddy.
It seems like
You
he's
wanna
like
come with us?
made for these. He hears Cindy's sweet voice asking if you'd like to come with, and he lets out a huge smile. It literally looks like a :D emoticon. It's like what his face looks like right now.
He's awesome.
We have an extra helper. This is great.
Yeah,
This is going to be so great. Come on, guys.
Definitely no problems will arise.
Certainly be no issues.
No
Cindy
issues
starts
whatsoever.
to pretend she knows where she's going and purposely goes the wrong direction.
Right.
Or not purposely, but like goes the wrong direction. It's like,
Okay.
not that way.
As you're all discussing that there could possibly be no issues for this, this is fine, and you're going towards where Watson told you, you can see New Mauville in front of you, but it's on the other side of a lake.
Yeah, no, I don't think we thought about that part of the equation.
How do we get to the place?
Like a Mime Jr. and I'm like, you got any ideas, buddy?
Oh wow.
Mime Jr. kind of like puts his noodly appendage to his face and does like the thinking kind of emotion, and he shrugs.
Genius.
You
I could
can't
just
mime
kick you
a
into the water
boat.
right now.
Mime a boat.
I don't know.
Well,
Are you asking him to do so?
Yes.
Roll a d20.
Oh no.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
19.
Oh my god.
Mime Jr. leaps out into the right on the shore and like waves his hands around, and then just jumps into the water, and he's like sitting on like a little seat. You can't see it, but he's sitting on something. He's not going in the water.
That is so cool. I'm gonna like feel around to see if I can like touch the boat.
Okay.
Invisible boat.
Do you like, what does Elodie think? Does she think that like he's playing
There's
a
an
prank?
invisible boat.
Or does she think there's a boat?
Well, I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't think she actually believes there's going to be an invisible boat, but I think she's going to try anyways.
Okay, roll me a conviction check with advantage.
What is a conviction?
I
check?
just made it up. Just roll a d20.
Okay. I got a 2.
You got a 2?
And
Okay.
Yeah.
Elodie's like, sweet, a boat. Okay, for sure. This is totally a thing. And like,
did you roll it twice?
you have
You said
advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, I have advantage.
Yeah,
no, I did not
right.
roll it twice.
Roll
I'm
again.
sorry.
Roll
Okay,
again.
okay. I roll again. I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. Like, I don't know about this. Like, this is funny that the mime is doing this, but it's got to be a prank, right? And she steps towards the boat and she falls in the water. She is wet.
Oh, no.
It's not particularly deep, but her new cardigan is all like damp and it's got a little bit of mud on it. It's not great.
Oh.
Oh.
The mime looks shocked. Mime Jr.'s like, you know, if he could speak, he'd say, why didn't you just get in the boat? What are you doing?
Yeah. Guess I'll
I'm
attempt
familiar.
to get to climb in this imaginary boat.
Starting to share Schmidt's
look,
this
kinda
mime.
roll this conviction check.
Elodie, you want to jump him later?
No.
No.
I also
I'm considering
got double 5s.
Yeah, double 5s. Yeah. Gimli was like, well, you know, maybe Elodie just didn't get in there right or something. But yeah, Gimli also falls into the water a little bit, and he lands on his knees, and his overalls get a little muddy. And Mime Jr. is like waving his arms, like he can't speak, but it's like, get in the boat.
Here's
They're
an
just
idea.
gonna roll.
Maybe he's a psychic type. And he's just floating there with the psychic type powers.
Cindy got an
Maybe.
18.
And
for her
there's no
conviction.
boat.
Okay. Cindy steps onto the invisible boat and sits there with Mime Jr.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
There's actually a boat. Okay. Well, I
You
guess
just
literally hate it here.
believe.
I want
Yeah.
to believe in the boat. Let's try again. Okay, and good, an 18.
Okay, yeah, great. Gimli also finds his way onto the boat. He steps in the exact same place that he went before, but this time he actually steps on like a strangely silent, invisible solid surface. Do you take the wagon with you?
Yeah.
Okay, it's empty, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you just have the wagon. Okay.
Just carrying around an empty wagon.
Elodie and Schmidt have seen this. They get a +10 to their rolls.
Okay, I gave myself disadvantage because I'm not about the horse shit.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
With the +10, that's 18 though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. You get on the boat, Elodie.
I got a natural 20.
Okay, yeah, sad crit. Everyone makes their way onto the
Bad
boat.
crit.
It's a little cramped. You kind of got to squish up next to each other, but it's not that bad. And you're all sitting on an invisible boat. However, it is not moving. You are on the shore.
Oh.
Can I take out grape juice?
Sure.
I guess the only water type move I have is whirlpool.
Interesting.
It'll go over well. Yeah, use it.
Can I like
I
have
bet you
grape
won't.
use it as like a little propeller on the back of the boat?
Sure. Rather than like rolling the attack, I'll have you roll a nature for grape juice, just because
okay.
like it's something that they would be able to intuit probably.
My God, it's
You can-
a 2.
Oh no, I was gonna say you could add a modifier, but no, you're not doing anything. Yeah, so grape juice is like, okay, use my moves, I can do that, and makes a small whirlpool, and you guys are just kind of spinning in place now, very slowly.
Grape juice. Oh my God, what am I gonna do with you? Anybody else have any ideas?
Mime Jr. is like throwing his hands around, like, can we figure this out?
It's
Try it,
your
buddy.
boat. How do you not know how to?
Mom, can we like start the boat?
hate this
Is there
thing.
like a motor on it?
I
Or
hate this thing.
You said start the boat?
yeah, is there like a motor on it, or is it like a rowboat? Or
Mime Jr. looks at you like, but just kind of shrugs.
Can I feel around for some oars?
Sure,
Can I take Mime Jr. and use it as an oar?
you can try.
Oh, he's making the boat.
Swissy's literally making the boat wall fall in.
How low, like how high are we above the water? Could we like reach our arms down to the water level and paddle us with our hands?
Yes, not from a sitting position, but if you like laid on your stomach, you could paddle the water pretty reasonably. You're not super high up. It's like a canoe kind of.
Okay.
So we all gonna hand
did
row?
Did the feel round like not work out?
Elodie could roll that.
Okay. All right. You know what?
Did I
I'm getting off the
Trisha
other-
back?
Patricia,
No,
Yeah.
they're back at the gym.
they're at the Battle Institute.
So, how long did they stay there?
2
I guess we're
hours.
just okay.
Oh yeah, we're going without like specific Pokemon, guys. By the way, if we were,
Yeah, because
Do we wanna wait for
has Aquajet, so that could probably work. But
Okay. Yeah, if you.
Uh,
Yeah, they're at the Battle Institute, so you can't do that.
yeah, exactly. I was gonna ask if we should stop and get them, but I was like, if we think that there's not gonna be any problems, then
The whirlpool is like slowing down a little bit. You're still spinning, but not very fast.
I also got a 4
I'm gonna
on my
have
oar check.
Okay, no oars.
Quacko go to the back of the boat and just give it a big whack with the leak,
Okay.
just to propel it forward.
From standing on the boat. Okay, roll a strength with advantage with a very high DC. You can roll twice though, but it's gonna be a hard check.
It's 18.
Okay, that is unfortunately not high enough.
Damn.
Quacko smacks the boat from standing on top of it, and it stops spinning, but it moves a little ways off the shore, but there's not enough momentum to get it like really deep into the lake or the bay.
So are we paddling with our hands or what?
But if we did it again, no, my rolls are trash. We're not doing it again.
Okay.
so did we roll for the paddles? Did that not work out?
Yeah, she didn't find it.
Elodie
Yeah,
couldn't find
I
it.
was not
Okay.
able to find them.
I was like, I don't know why I missed that. Okay.
Mime Jr.'s looking expectant. Like, well,
All right, let's
Cindy starts paddling with her hands.
yeah, I'm gonna
All
paddle
right.
with my my
I'll join in.
pickaxe.
okay.
Yeah.
I need you to pick sides. Team A
Okay.
and Team B. I need 2 of you on each team, and I need to get strength rolls from you.
Oh no.
We should
We're
probably
going
like try to
circles.
balance it out. So
Yeah.
like Gimli and Schmidt on opposite sides.
Right.
And
I don't think
then-
Schmidt's as strong as you think he is.
No, I also think
But
it should
if
just
I
be-
s-
honestly, you could do me on one side and then you three on the other.
I'm not sure
I
your
think-
you know
strength
what, that's
scores,
fair.
but I think Elodie might have a stronger score than Schmidt. I'm not sure, but
Baker arms.
Yeah, I could easily battle one side probably, and then everyone else. battle
Cindy
the
got
other.
a 16.
okay. Well, are you team A or team B?
I don't know.
Wait, you just rolled like
That's
Yeah.
kind of in character for Cindy. So I'll,
it's just like I don't know, I'm just battling.
Well,
like,
yeet.
She's just going, and the three of
I'm
us
just
are
in
figuring
it.
out where we're gonna be.
Paddling.
yeah. Cindy
I
starts
guess-
paddling, and it kind of makes a movement, but it's swerving to the right for sure.
Okay, if it's sort to the right, that
She's team A. She's on the left.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just take the right side and start. Okay, so strength.
I rolled a
athletics.
14.
Okay.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I rolled a 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
Okay. Elodie.
I rolled a 3. And I guess I'll join the left side if there's enough room.
You know what? That works. Sure. Well, yeah. You know what? That's perfect. Mime Jr. starts applauding, but clapping his hands together makes no sound as the boat's starting to move, and it's moving at a pretty decent clip. You should get there in like just 5 minutes. Off at the island, you are coming up to the abandoned building that is so described as New Mauville, which is very strange because it's not even a city. It's just like a little metal building.
Right, and it looks abandoned. Like it's like, wow, they really took care of the new place, huh?
Yeah. And the boat's coming up there. As you're washing up on the shore, can I get a perception check from Schmidt?
That's a 9.
That's good enough, because what you're looking at is familiar, and it's pretty clear on this otherwise uneventful shore. There is a pretty much unconscious little dog that's on the shore of New Mauville.
Oh no!
And yeah, you've made it. The invisible boat, you can feel it strike the shallow, and you're welcome to step out if you'd like.
Can I check the little dog for signs of life, or do we know it's just knocked out?
You could check. You could make a medicine check.
So that's a 10.
Okay. It's alive. It's not in good shape, but it'll probably bounce back.
Maybe on the way back we can bring it to the Pokemon Center.
Yeah,
That's
maybe.
exactly what I was thinking. But for right now, it'll have to be fine.
He was literally bullying Shuckle.
He's still a Pokemon.
Listen, I don't know. Shuckle could be a deviant. I don't have his sheet yet.
Do you approach the door? There's a comically large keyhole in this door.
Yeah,
We have
I
a
wonder if
comically
that-
large key.
we do.
Cindy
Are we ever gonna
comically
figure this out?
holds the comically large key up in the air above her head.
Uh-huh.
Mm,
Cindy's kind of like a small person too, right?
right,
So it's like even more comical.
Yes.
right.
Does Cindy
Yes.
insert it?
Yes.
Great. As opposed to the key room in the trick house, this key is a perfect fit, and you're able to
Oh,
rotate it. And rather than the door swinging open, it seems like you've triggered a mechanism, and you hear like a whirring, and the door slides sideways to reveal a descending staircase.
Okay.
It is wide enough for the four of you to walk down it side by side. You all descend into the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As you do so, you find yourself in like a very like rusty metal, dimly lit, looks like a labyrinth. There's like a hallway in front of you, goes left, and then you can tell it branches in two different directions. To your right, there's a hallway, and it branches in two different directions. And before you, you hear the sound of rolling, and it gets louder and louder and louder. And then all of a sudden, in front of the game, there is a large ball, and it starts glowing. And that's where we'll call the
Oh.
session.
Oh, you
Oh,
bastard.
Fun.
Thank you all for listening to this week's session of Dunsparce and Drampa. We're finally back. We all thank you sincerely for your patience as those of us in the party wrapped up our academic year and spent time with our families. You can expect our regular uploads to return starting today, every Tuesday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. We really appreciate those of you who stuck with us on Patreon during the break, and we're looking forward to delivering more bonus content there throughout Season 2. Check out all of our links at linktree/Dunsparce, linktr.ee/Dunsparce. Yell at us on Twitter and join the CGC Discord. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you all next week in New Mauville.
Give me the B-boys and free my soul.
not the Beach Boys, the B-Boys.
All I can think about, man. You keep
I
saying
wanna get
B-boys.
lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Just breakdancing.
You guys are ruining the world building right now. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, they're just like breakdancing to like boomer, like classic rock. It's fine.
Like what? Like Margaritaville?
Yeah.
Just
Sure. Why not? We'll just collaborative storytelling. We love it.
Margaritaville. Just head spinning. I can't do it.
I wasn't interested in the B-Boys before, but now that they're dancing to boomer classic rock, I kind of want to know what's up.
It's like, wow, this is quite the genre.